Hey guys, so today I'm going to do my 40 random facts tag. I have been meaning to do this. Miss Cayce Murray tagged me and I have it all written out and I just haven't filmed it. So that's all I'm going to do. I started writing down random facts about myself and I thought, man, this is going to be so hard to think of 40 things to tell you guys. But once I start writing, now I have like a bunch more that I'm like, oh, well, maybe another one. So, anyways, Cayce, thanks for tagging me. This is super fun. So, let's get started because there's 40 of them. Number one is, I was born and raised in Louisville, Kentucky. I do not live in Louisville, Kentucky anymore. I crossed the river over into Indiana, but I was born and raised in Kentucky, in Louisville. And let's see, the second one is, I have 4 brothers and 2 sisters. And having the 4 brothers and 2 sisters means that I had to write this down. I have 9 nieces, 10 nephews, and 2 great nieces. So I have a huge family. Some of those are, like, I have 1 full-blooded brother. We have the same mom, same dad. Then I have 1 half brother, which is, we have the same dad. And the rest are step, but both of my parents have been remarried since I was little bitty, so I've always just considered them all brothers and sisters. I never really say step. So, next, I am a natural redhead. Born redhead, and, you know, I still color it sometimes to switch up the reds and what have you, but I've always been redhead. I actually went to school through middle and high school. I went to a Christian school where we had to wear dresses, which is why I don't wear dresses now. It's because I had to wear a dress every day. And it sucked. I've been best friends with someone for 27 years. Yeah, I think I was like 6 when we met. So 27 years is how long we've been best friends. Okay, let's see. When I got married, I could not cook to save my life. My mom never taught me how to cook. I never learned how to cook from my dad. I just never had anybody to show me how to cook. It was all trial and error, and now I'm really good at cooking and I love cooking, so I just had to teach myself. When I was a little girl, I wanted to be an attorney just because I love to argue and I'm pretty good at it. Okay, when I was a kid, my dad and my dad and my stepmom took me to Disney World, and me and my brother got to ride on the Big B from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and I got to film it, so my dad has it on film somewhere. But that was so neat. They told me to act scared, and so my brother, he was like, ah! And I'm like, because, you know, I just smiled. I didn't even act scared at all. I was just like, I'm on the bee. Yeah, that's why I'm not on TV, guys. I have 2 tattoos. I would have more if I could afford more because they're super addictive, but I do have 2. I have a little heart with the scroll work on my leg, and I have a Christian fish on my back. And it's made out, like, it looks like it's made out of wood. It's really cool. I watch Christmas movies all year long. Like, it doesn't matter what month it is. I watch Christmas movies all year long because I love them and they're warm and fuzzy and I love them, so I watch them all year long. I have never been prissy, ever. I have always been a tomboy. I have always had really more male friends than female friends because I just got along with them a lot better. I have never been one to need the latest and the most updated things. I just haven't. I mean, I literally own 2 pairs of shoes. 2 pairs of shoes, and one of those is tennis shoes. So, yeah, 2 pairs of shoes, guys. I do not get embarrassed easily. As much as my family tries to embarrass me, I do not get embarrassed easily at all. It seriously takes a lot to get me embarrassed. The next one is, I'm a mom of a kid with Asperger's. Mason has Asperger's, and if you don't know what that is, it's just a very high functioning autism. He has a lot of the little quirks that come with autism, but through therapy, he is coming along, and, you know, he is bettering himself. He should be able to live a normal life when he gets older. He'll just have a little bit of, some of his quirks will follow him through his whole life, but he is, he's a great kid. He just has a lot of energy. He has a lot of special needs as far as how we have to handle him, and there's only certain foods he'll eat because his sensors are all off, and he has like the aggression disorder that goes with the Asperger's, so he has to take medicine to keep his aggression under control. And so I never really thought I would ever be a stay-at-home mom, ever. I have always been one that's wanted to go out. I have a college degree, so point is, things happen in life. You get thrown curveballs, and you just gotta hit them anyway, you know? It's the way it is. And speaking of my college degree, I went to college to get my degree to be a police officer, because I wanted to help kids. Like, you know, I wanted to work with, like, child abuse cases or any kind of crime that is related to a child. That's what I wanted to do. Let's see. I know every word to the movie Little Orphan Annie. I don't even know how many times I've seen that movie, but when I was a kid, it got played out so many times. I think I had like 4 different VHS tapes because they just got, you know, ruined. I sometimes have a mouth like a sailor. I do. I'm guilty. I do. Especially if I get mad. Then I got a mouth like a sailor, guys. I met my husband when I was 17, and he was almost like getting ready to turn 24. So that is about that. Yes, I am aware it's a huge difference when you're 17. My mom was not happy, but you know, 16 years later, everybody's okay with it. If it makes it any better, he acted 12. He's a dude, you know, so he acted 12. Okay, guys, let's see here. I am actually, no matter how hard I try not to be, I try to be all hard and whatever, I am actually a very, very goody two-shoes. Goody two-shoes, I am. Like Legal Eagle, I don't even speed. I've never had a ticket, so goody two-shoes. I am super scared of sharks, even though I live nowhere close to an ocean. Like, nowhere close. I don't know where the fear came from, but I will tell you this: last year we went to Florida. My husband talks me into getting into the ocean, which I do not, because I'm so scared of sharks that I will not even get in the ocean. He talks me into it. We look down, there's a baby hammerhead swimming around me. Are you kidding me? Like, the one person that should not happen to is me. And so I got out of the water. I was done. I was done. It was almost one of those situations where I had to scream, and I didn't want to scream like, shark! But I wanted to scream it, but the logical part of my brain was telling me, don't scream shark or you're going to freak everybody out. Okay. The only things in life that I splurge on are coffee and purses. Those are the only two things that I will actually spend money on. I do splurge on purses. I really like Coach purses, but I go to a Coach outlet and I usually have a coupon, and I go when they're having a big sale and you can use your coupon. So I actually do pretty good. I don't really spend as much as what most Coach purses cost, but I do spend a lot on purses. As much as I've watched YouTube videos and watched all of your guys' videos about makeup, I still have no clue what contouring means when applying makeup. That's a fact. The next one. I use comedy to get me through everything. No matter if it's a bad situation, a good situation. It's my coping mechanism. Comedy always happens. Like, it doesn't matter what's going on. I will find some way, some shape, some form to make it funny and make other people laugh. It's just what I do. Most of the time, I am not a judgmental person. I mean, some people need to be judged. Let's not pretend like everybody's perfect. I'm not perfect. But I am a very open-minded person. I do not judge very many people. The only people that I can even think of that I do judge are child molesters or child abusers, so on and so forth. That's it. But as far as your religion, your color, your sexual orientation, your any of that stuff, you know, to each their own. I'm completely open-minded. Alright, let's see. I have a heart condition that I found out about when I was 17. And it is tachycardia, but it was severe enough they had to do 2 different surgeries on me to get it under control. So my heartbeat would get up to about 350 beats a minute and I would black out and hit the floor. So they had to do some surgeries. I'm good now. For the most part, I'm good now. When I was a teenager, I used to dress grunge. And if you knew anything about grunge, you would know what Jinkos are. Like the late 90s. I wore Jinkos. Jinkos and band t-shirts. Yep, that was me. I cannot drive a stick shift to save my life. I've tried and I killed it. And I tried and I killed it. And I tried and I killed it. My husband laughed at me and I gave up. So I cannot drive a stick shift to save my life. I never wear shorts. Ever. 110 degrees outside, I do not wear shorts. I do that as a public service because I am pale and I might blind somebody. And I don't wear dresses for the same reason. I am actually allergic to the sun. If I get out in the sun for longer than about 20 minutes, I break out in hives everywhere. And they end up turning into blisters and they don't go away. So, it takes me forever to get rid of them. So, fun fact, I'm allergic to the sun. It's a thing. Alright, let's see. My favorite thing in the world to do with my husband is we go to a local farm called Huber's Farm. And if you're from around this area, you know where Huber's Farm is. and we pick fruits and vegetables. I know that sounds so hickish. It does, but it's not. It's so fun. You get on, they take you out on like this little tractor into the field. You can pick what you want, and then I come home and I usually can everything that we pick. But it's kind of our little getaway, something that we do that's fun. That's what we do. I was born a Kentucky fan, and I will die a Kentucky fan, like hardcore Kentucky. That will never ever change, ever. If I could live in Lexington, Kentucky, I would live in Lexington, Kentucky. Before my heart condition, I had planned my entire life to go into the military, but I couldn't. Let's see. My brother thinks my YouTube channel is a Dollar Tree cult. He does. And he thinks that I'm pulling my mother into the cult, which I think is funny. Everybody calls me Ape, except for my mom and my dad, and they call me Gertrude. I don't know why, but they used to tell my friends it was on my birth certificate. It is not. My name is April, but they call me Gert. I'm allergic to bees. And I am always late for everything. Like, seriously, I should have said this like first. I meant to say it 5 minutes ago. I am always late for everything. I was a Girl Scout for 12 years and loved every bit of it. I got my silver award. I did not get all the way to earn my gold award. But I loved it. 12 years, and I loved every minute of it. Let's see, we're at 37. I listen to all music. All music. From old music to today's music to country to big band to everything. Rock, pop, rap, everything. I'm a little bit of everything. Alright. Fall is my favorite time of the year. I even named my daughter Autumn. Even though I get depressed every single fall. Every single fall. I get depressed. I don't know why. I am a huge worrywart. I worry about everybody. I cannot help it. If I know that there's something going on in your life, if I know that you're in pain, if I know that you're about to go on a trip, if you're, you know, going to the doctor, if you've been having stomach issues or headaches or anything at all, I worry. Can't help it. I worry about everything. The last thing that number 40 is, I am obsessed with black and white movies. I am obsessed with them. I could watch old movies all day, every day, and be completely happy. I have such an old soul. I watch old TV shows, listen to old music, watch old movies. I have my entire life. Even as a kid, I liked the older movies, and especially the ones with the singing and the dancing. And I just feel like back in the older black and white days, you had to actually be able to have talent. Like, you had to be able to act and dance and sing, and you had to be beautiful, and it was a lot harder acting back then than it is today, because, you know, people just don't sing and dance much in movies anymore. And then, guys, the last thing on my list is a little extra. It's number 41, and that is, I have met and I have become very best friends with and love dearly a little redhead known as Cayce on YouTube. That's a fun fact. I love her so much. Guys, I'm not going to tag anyone. Everybody just do this tag. It's so much fun. That's 40 facts about me, guys. And until next time, see you later. Bye, guys.